Hello, welcome to First Look. Today we're going to have a quick look at, well, there's going to be no footage, it's just me yabbing on, but we're going to have a look at Beyond Two Souls, which is the most recent game that I have bought. And, okay, if you know nothing about this game, it's from a company called Quantic Dream. Put it in Google, you can find out everything you want to know. But basically, they're renowned for making games that aren't really games and are very heavily story-driven. So there's sort of a trilogy of games. So there is, of course, Fahrenheit on the PlayStation 2, also known as Indigo Prophecy in the US and probably Japan, I don't know. Then Heavy Rain, which you've definitely heard of, but probably never played. And then Beyond Two Souls. Now, Fahrenheit. Fair a lot of game in there. There's quite a lot of game to play. There's quick time events though, so if you don't like those, stay away. But then it's heavily plot driven, of course. But the start of this is incredible. I won't spoil it for you just in case you play it, but it is the best start to a video game ever, I think. Then you love that game, so you buy Heavy Rain when it comes out, but they've stripped it back. There's barely much to do in it. There's a few, again, quick time events, which okay, they serve a purpose. They forward the story, but they're just a bit weak, isn't it? It's just like programming, I don't know. It's like working in a... Oh, shut up. It's like working on the bins. No, that's not right. Whatever. So yeah, Heavy Rain, very heavy story driven. Good story though, and believable. Some of the characters you don't really like, but apart from that, meh. Then, whoa, excuse me. Then you get on to Beyond Two Souls, and I think they've realised their mistake in Heavy Rain, and they've tried to include gameplay elements. There's a couple of sections of like stealth, third-person shooter-esque sort of stuff, and they're great. They are actually the most fun part of the game, and it feels like you're playing a video game. But the rest of it is all story. It's all context-sensitive button inputs. They added a good thing that you can control an entity. It's sort of like this ghost thing that the main character Jodie can see, and that's great. They're fun, but again, it's context sensitive, so you can only do certain things with certain objects or certain people. So it's not a free reign. It doesn't feel like you're in control, if you like. But if you know of this company and the two previous games, you don't buy it for the game, because you know you're not going to get one, really. You buy it for the story, and the story in this is, out of the three, I think the best one. I think it's got something to do with the fact that it's voiced and acted by Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe. There's plenty of videos online of them doing motion cap, and really, they're putting in a performance. And it's great because you get to see them, you get to see Jodie as a young girl up to a young adult, basically, over like 15 years of her life. And Willem Dafoe, obviously, he gets slightly older over that 15 years. And he's great, and he's very warm at points, but then he's completely manic in others. And it's like a DVD movie, basically, but or like what are they called? Like a movie you can play along with. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's a bit like Night Trap on the Satan. No, it's not. It's nothing like that. But it's an interactive movie. That's what the fucking words I was trying to think of. For God's sake, man. So yeah, it feels like an interactive thing. And what it's got on the back, which I don't think works, it says create your own story through your choices and actions. Yes, there's a lot of choice in it. You get to make choices all throughout the game. But you don't go to different areas. You basically have like scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 3, blah, 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 to the end, in the order, no matter how you play it. But certain things will be different, but they won't be. Certain actions will create different consequences, but it doesn't affect how the game plays. You still do things in the order that the game wants you to. And they've tried to go a bit Pulp Fiction on it. They're all dotted about. You start as an adult Jodie, then you go back to a child, and blah 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 blah. It's like flashbacks, blah blah blah, all through the bloody film, or the game. See, I called it a film because that's what it feels like. And then, right at the end, they pull a Mass Effect 3 on you, and it all boils down to choice of two options. That's what I can say about that. Just it's done a Fable 2 on us. Fable 2 as well is there's a choice at the end. You can either be rich, you can either be powerful, or you can be, I don't know. And you can choose whether to change your gender, which is just odd. What's the point of playing the game through it? Oh, I don't know. So yeah, it's hard. The end is terrible. It is terrible. It's a real shame. It's not actually, the end isn't terrible. The way it makes you choose the end is terrible, but the actual bit after is quite heartbreaking, depending on your choice. And both choices have good and bad consequences, so it is an actual choice that you have to make. I just feel that that's a bit... It should have led up through the things you did in the game. So if you're an arsehole, you get the arsehole choice, and if you're a good guy, you can... It shouldn't be given to you at the end, you can repent and become a good guy, sort of thing, you know? It should have been, you know, your actions have consequences. Not your actions have no consequences, because you can choose what the fuck you do at the end. So... It's a bit weird. I didn't get it. I didn't get that choice of the gameplay thing. But apart from that, I knew what I was getting into when I played this. I knew it was going to be a story, and that was it, and no little gameplay, blah, blah, blah. And I still bought it, because I like the other two. I think Heavy Rain was... I really enjoyed the story, and that's quite sadistic. So is Fahrenheit, to be honest. And there's a few sections where you have to sort of test your own morality, basically, and how much of an arsehole you are. Not the game is. It's whether you decide to strangle people or stuff. So yeah, it's I don't know. If you like story, then buy it. If you like traditional gaming, don't buy it. It's not going to be worth your time. But it doesn't take that long to play through it. I played through it in a weekend. Probably only played about 10 hours. But I will go back and play it again. Now, the big question is, do I play it on the channel? Because, like I said, there's not much gameplay to it. So, with the Let's Plays, you talk over it, you commentate on what's happening on the screen. And the story, it's very involved. If I did that, I'd probably ruin the experience if you were watching it for the first time. And there's plenty of videos on there of the whole game, so I didn't think there's any point at this point in time. Maybe in the future I will go back to it and I'll play the whole trilogy from start to finish. But right now, I don't think it has a place on my channel. Which is a shame. Because I bought it specifically to play it on the show. But I can't, because there's just no game. There's just no game in there. Anyway, funny thing I found, I think it's in this one. Is it in this one? No, maybe it was in the Heavy Rain. Was it in there? Oh no, I can't find it now. I don't know what game that was in. Or was it on the back of it? Oh, anyway, that's quite funny. Matrix Path of Neo. That's shit. And, oh damn, there was like a poster, and on one side it had a great film, and on the other side it had anyway, it had After Earth advertised, which I just thought it was funny. It wasn't that funny. A bit stupid. What game was that in? Maybe it was in Lego Star Wars. I don't know, a bit like that. Oh, God knows. Anyway, that's my first look. Beyond Two Souls. I got it for £10 on eBay, roughly. So, £10 for 10 hours of your time. £1 an hour. That's good entertainment value, really. The end. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time. Goodbye.